Hello. I wanted to do a bit of an unboxing slash talk about why I decided to get a Shockz OpenRun bone conduction earphones. Now, a little bit about me and my uses for a headphone. I don't listen to a lot of music when I'm at home. I'm usually more of a YouTube on the speaker kind of guy. I do have a nice Sennheiser headset that I use for mixing audio, but this is entirely for outdoor use only, essentially. And for my type of outdoor use, I am not really going running. If you've seen my other videos, you'll see that I'm not exactly let's call it the running type. And yes, I will be using these when I go lifting. These will be great. They are not going to fall out of my ears. There's the headphone unit itself. I got the minis, even though I don't have the smallest head. It's a little dirty because I did actually have it out of the box before. But there was a reason I got the minis. The normal size ones looked like they were way too big, and I would have a big loop hanging out the back. I didn't like the idea of that. Inside, we've got a little pouch. That's my receipt, the user manual, and the warranty information, which is going to go straight back in the box. And over here is my charging cord. There we go. And that's it really for unboxing. If you just came here for the unboxing, then there you go. In and out in, what time is it? 2.5 minutes. Less than that. It is a nice unboxing experience. So, you got your little pouch. I'm actually going to use this as a little carrying pouch. You have your proprietary charging cable, which, mind you, costs like $25 to replace if you lose it. And there's a charging port for it. One thing that is the only part of this that I don't like. Other than that, I've used this for about a week and I really enjoy it. To turn it on, you hold down the power slash volume up button, and then if you hold down it for a little bit longer, it will start the pairing process and you just use your phone to pair. Easy enough. The reason I got this instead of any other type of Bluetooth earbuds is because I have a few reasons. One, I work in the garage a lot, and I like to hear when people are pulling up to my house, if my neighbor's dog's barking, or if my dog's barking, or if I drop something, I want to be able to hear the clink. That's usually the best way for me to guess where it's dropped. And if I am pulling any miracles, find it. 2, these, as expected, are very low in profile, and it sits on your head, just like these, just like that. And I have found it to be incredibly comfortable not having it in my ears. And 3, on top of that note, I have found it to fit under my helmet for motorcycling. Quite comfortable and having it in both ears. Typically when I am fitting earphones, say for example these, I'll talk about this in a little bit, I'm usually having to only put one earbud in at a time, and that kind of ruins sort of the music experience. Whereas these, I can put this on and then put on some earplugs and I got music on both ears. Why this when I've already got the isotunes free and this cheap Oppo that I picked up? This isotunes, as you can see, no lights coming on. It's broken on me once before. I got these sets because this is actually rated for decibel reduction, not active noise cancelling. Active noise cancelling doesn't actually protect your hearing, it just reduces the amount of noise that you perceive. Those two are different things. But anyway, I got this because they were rated for ISO NZAS something something something, right? And these were meant to be as good as wearing extra earplugs. And I enjoyed them for about 2 years, year and a half maybe. And you can even see this one is like faded to hell because I use the right side way more than I use the left side. When this thing gave up to the ghost, the charging case failed, and Isotunes was nice enough to actually send me a new one free of charge. I'm pretty sure that was just a warranty thing, but either way, I had no hassle. All I had to do was send them like a serial number or something like that, and then they just sent a new one in the post. It arrived in 2 weeks' time or whatever, because they're not in New Zealand, and it was working again. And these were great when I was working around very noisy machinery, which I still do, except they block all sound. So I couldn't hear dogs. If I was out walking with them, I couldn't hear cars around me. If I was riding on the bike, it was nice to be able to just put one side in. But as you can see, these stick out of your ears a fair bit more, right? So if this was against my head, this would stick out about that much more, and that means I couldn't really put both sides in while I was riding and fitting my helmet over my head. So this was right ear only, and the left ear went an actual dB rated earplug. These I picked up when this died and I had to go to the gym, and I can't work out without music, you know. So I picked these up. These were like $60, $45. It was cheap as chips. Like I went to PB Tech, bought it, went straight to the gym. Worked really well. These have no decibel rating or anything like that. And I've been using these for another year and a half, probably a bit more to be honest. Actually probably close to 2 years now. And my only problem with any in-ear earplugs is that I have very wet earwax. And look, if you get grossed out pretty easily, please don't look. But you might be able to see, of course my autofocus isn't on. Manual focus it is. Oh man, when's the last time I pulled focus on anything? Bloody long time ago, clearly. Can you see my earwax in there? That's absolutely disgusting, eh? So it actually got to a point where I was kind of having to get in there and scoop out earwax once in a while, because my ear is just absolutely gross, and there isn't really a good way to wash it or anything. So then, too big, pretty alright size, broke on me once, worked well so far, earwax issue, earwax issue. This thing doesn't go in my ear. Now I don't have to worry about earwax. So that means I can chuck these on around my ears, and then awesome. And it actually sounds pretty good. It is a bit more flat than this cheap Oppo brand one. It's a bit flatter, but once you got actual earplugs in, it actually sounds really good. And lastly, I really like these because I can walk around my work with these. I work at a school, I'm a school teacher, I'm a technology teacher. So when I have an off period or a prep period, I can actually walk around with these in, and if anybody's calling out to me, I can hear them, compared to either of these. These don't have any sort of audio pass-through. Yes, I could have bought like Apple EarPods or something with audio pass-through, but that's more expensive than this thing is. And I really like the fancy new technology. So I'm hoping that I can actually wear these pretty much all day, and have music playing in my ear all day and not miss anything when people say something to me. So far, my initial impressions have been absolutely wonderful. This silicon is really nice to touch. The interface has been simple enough, but they're actual tactile buttons, not touch buttons. The only thing I don't like, as I stated before, is this magnetic charger, but I'm pretty sure that's on there because USB-C isn't IP56 rated or whatever this thing is rated for. And like I said, I went with the mini because I think the regular one is just, the loop is about 1.5 inches bigger or something like that. And this one kind of fits snugly around my skull, and I have a big ass head. So there we go. I'll do an update at some point about how I feel about these as I do a bit more riding. I've got a broken collarbone for a while and I haven't been out riding, but I have tried these with helmet on, and it was quite a pleasant listening experience having it in both ears. So anyway, let me know if you have one of these, how you feel about them. Let me know if you like my rambling and my refusal to shut up. And let me know if this helped you in choosing or not choosing one of these. I must say, if you have gross ears like I do, you might really want to consider one of these. Alright, have a good one, guys. Subscribe, like, all that stuff. Take care.